We are done being broke. It's a wrap. It's done. Put it in the trash. It's not even going to make it to our vocabulary this year. We're done. We're parting ways with it. The relationship is over. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am Diana, the creator of Money Boss Mama, and in this video, I'm going to give you 8 things that you are doing that are making you broke and you don't even realize it. I wanted this list to not be like, super obvious, like the no-brainer things, but things that you are doing that you don't even realize that you are doing that's pulling from your money or eating up your money. So without making this super duper long, let's go ahead and get into way number 1. First thing that is making you broke is your inability to say no. So if you are anything like me, you hate confrontation. I hate confrontation. I hate feeling like I'm letting someone down if I don't go out and do something. I hate feeling like I made somebody mad. So to avoid the discomfort, you go out and you spend money that you know you did not have just to avoid saying that one word. No. And I did struggle with this a lot on my debt-free journey, especially in the beginning, because when someone kept just pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, I would eventually cave in. And if you're like me as well, instead of you just flat out saying no, you kind of like dress it up and make it sound good. So you're like, well, I don't know, I'll have to check my calendar and see if I can make it, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a babysitter. So you're trying to say no, but you're not really being, specific. And when you do this, when you try to dress it up instead of just saying what it is that you want to say, you are letting those other people have control of the situation. I don't know if anyone has told you this, but no is a complete sentence. Second thing that is making you broke and you don't even realize it is social media. Social media is like the ultimate recipe for FOMO, because now we have this ability to create our own lives online, and we can post whatever we want people to see. We keep behind closed doors what we don't want people to see, and it's so weird because in a way, based on what we post, we can create this life that we really want in our heads, but it may not actually be reality. And when you are on social media, you have to remember that this is just the perception of that person. This is not reality. We don't know what's real and what's not anymore, because you can basically make your life look like whatever. So whenever you are online, remember that not everyone is sharing their failures. No one is going to post a picture consistently back to back and be like, oh, I failed today. Oh, I have $5 in my bank account. No, they're going to be posting pictures of their new homes, of their vacations, of their new handbags and whatever. And then when we see this, not knowing that this may not be the reality of their bank account, we want to go out and get the same things, because as long as we look financially secure, then that is all that matters. Sometimes that's how we think. We can deal with, the negative balances and all the debt behind closed doors because it's not public. But to the public, we want to appear to be financially stable. So we'll go out and we'll get new cars, new clothes, new wigs, new handbags, whatever, just to keep up with people online. And I know, it sounds kind of lame saying it out loud, but we do this, and we do it unconsciously. And even people that's not famous, people that are in your day-to-day lives, like sometimes we just don't want those people to one up us, and we want to have it too. But when you do this, you are, of course, putting yourself in a lot of debt, or you are ruining your chances of building wealth and actually having the life that you are creating for yourself online. The third thing that you are doing that is making you broke is not interrogating yourself. Whenever you are trying to manage your money properly, you have to be introspective. You have to have the ability to really dig deep and understand why you spend the way you spend, so your spending triggers, why you have this certain relationship with money, any outside stimuli that affects your spending behavior, and things like that. Because if you don't, then your emotions are going to be in the driver's seat. They're going to have complete control over your money. And when I'm working with clients, a lot of the times I find that their emotions have so much of control over how they spend their money. They are completely out of control because it's their emotions that are driving everything. So even though you know you really can't afford to make these purchases, you make them anyway because they are based on your emotions versus logic. So you're not asking yourself, okay, do I really need to make this purchase? And I want to make this purchase because XYZ, when in reality, I should really do XYZ, because you are not taking the time to figure out what your spending triggers are or what outside stimuli is actually affecting how you manage your money. And you have to remember that money management is basically, the bulk of it is made up of your behavior, based on how you are feeling, based on how you are thinking, based on the people you are around. You are going to manage your money according to your environmental factors and what you are thinking. But when you take the time to really dig deep inside yourself and figure out, what is triggering you by asking those really tough questions and kind of thinking back through your experiences and trying to see kind of what went wrong or what made you feel this type of way and what makes you think this type of way, then you take back control of the narrative and you can actually redirect or reroute those thoughts to those that align with your actual financial goals. The fifth thing that is making you broke is not having an actual budget. If you don't know what's coming in and what is going out, then there is a very high chance that more money is going out versus what's coming in. And a budget, a lot of times people think that it's going to be something that causes you to have to sacrifice and give up. But a budget actually gives. It allows you to give to those areas of your life that really light you up the most, because you are controlling your expenses. So the expenses that you include in your budget should align with your values. And because you are controlling your expenses, it maximizes your income. No matter what your income is, whether you're a high earner, a low earner, you're middle class, whatever, you maximize your income because now you have control over your expenses, as in where your money is going. So you can redirect those dollars to places that actually benefit you. So if you are someone that's like, I don't know where my money is going, and you always feel broke, a lot of times even with me and my clients, when we sit down and we make a budget, they're so surprised about when it comes to how much money that they have left over, their spendable income, because they weren't telling their money what to do, and they weren't putting their money in places that were actually going to benefit them. So instead of you going out and spending money and you're putting your money in someone else's pockets, when you make a budget and you make a budget that aligns with your financial goals, you get to keep your money, or you're basically putting yourself in a better position because you're applying those funds to areas that actually benefit you and not someone else. The fifth thing that is making you broke is not investing for the future. And just in case you did not know, inflation is the devil, and this is the gradual decrease of your dollar's buying power due to rising prices. So even as we speak, your dollar is losing its value. And for example, once upon a time, I know that you could fill your gas tank up for $10. I don't know about you, but I'm always hearing about how gas used to be so super cheap. Now it's like $2. So even though that $10 used to put you on F, now your gas tank would probably laugh at that $10 bill. It's gonna be like, girl, what are you trying to do with this? That is what happens to the dollar over a period of time. It just decreases. So when your money is sitting in a regular schmegular bank account, you are losing money because your money is losing its value. But when your money is invested, so it is in a 401k, it's in index funds, individual stocks, or even a high yield savings account, your money is earning money. So you are earning on your initial deposit or investment, and the money that you have earned is also earning money, which is what compound interest is. So when your money is invested and you are investing, this allows you to keep up with the rising prices. The sixth thing that is making you broke is fear. And this is a big one because not a lot of people realize the role fear plays when it comes to their finances. But when you are dealing with fear, you are more likely to keep yourself small and things are going to remain stagnant because you are not doing much of anything to elevate yourself because it scares you. So you don't set these goals that you really want to set for yourself, and you don't go after the things that you really want to go after because you feel like maybe you're not good enough, or the idea of failure puts more fear in you and you're lacking that confidence. And also when you are fearful, especially when it comes to your money, you are more prone to self-soothe. So you go out and you are paying for things that you really don't need, but you feel like you need at the time because it makes you feel better, it makes you feel more secure. But obviously you are just chasing your money away, and you may give yourself more excuses as to why you can't do certain things, which of course it's going to keep you stuck in the same spot that you're already in. So obviously, you know, when you want to pay off debt, you want to start saving more money and investing. It's going to take a certain level of confidence because you have this positive expectation of the future. You cannot expect to get to where you want to go if you're currently being crippled by fear, so much so that you are just unwilling to leave your comfort zone and you're dismissing these opportunities that can really help you get there. So it is going to require just a little bit of confidence. It doesn't have to be, you know, you going out with your chest poked out and you're pounding on your chest or whatever, but just a little bit of confidence. That way you are able to get out of your own way. The seventh thing that is making you broke is mom guilt. And I know that I have a lot of moms that watch my channel because I am a mom, and mom guilt will get you every single time. I'm pretty sure somebody watching is vouching for me right now because as parents, you want your kids to have the best. You want your kids to not feel like they're being left out, like other people have more than them. And I find that when we lack confidence in our finances, we are more prone to go out and buy them things because we feel a certain sense of shame and guilt. And when we feel like we are struggling to afford their basic needs, then we want to go out and overcompensate for certain things. So we may buy them things that they really don't need, or buy them things that they probably didn't even realize that they wanted originally, but we buy them kind of for us so that we can make ourselves feel better. But when you do this, you are making it harder for yourself because number one, you just spent money that you did not have to spend, and that is going to make you feel less confident because now that money is gone. You have to have confidence in yourself and in your ability to financially support your kids. Otherwise, you may be spending money out of impulse and guilt to make you feel better about the situation. You have to keep the bigger picture in your mind. Whatever your expectation of your financial situation is, you have to keep that in your mind, at the forefront of your mind, and just start doing things that are going to actually create that vision that you have for yourself. And your kids probably don't even know your financial situation. They probably don't even realize the things that maybe they don't have because they're kids, especially if they're young kids. So just have confidence in yourself and you can do it. The eighth thing that is making you broke is your entitlement. Child, this was me. I wish somebody was preaching this to me about 5-6 years back, because I would go out and I would be like, I work hard. I would do something for like 4 hours. I work hard, so I deserve it. I deserve it. I work hard. Treat yourself. You know, like the treat yourself. And while it is good to have, to do for yourself, of course, in moderation, that certain type of treat yourself mentality is going to get you into a lot of trouble because you don't need to be making those purchases, but you justify them with the I work hard so I deserve it line. And you're probably racking up a lot of credit card debt. When you're doing this, you are probably swiping a credit card and you're putting yourself in debt, and you're justifying it because you feel entitled to making these purchases. Yes, you deserve certain things, but you also deserve to be in a healthy place financially. And we all know that credit card debt is not what we mean when we say that we deserve something. You have to practice delayed gratification and realize that there's something bigger beyond that handbag or those new pair of shoes, and that you're not really doing yourself justice whenever you're feeling entitled to making certain purchases that you know you cannot afford. All right, love. So these were 8 things that are making you broke without you even realizing it. And I hope that you guys picked up some good tips in this video. If you did, let me know which one I blasted you on in the comments. But until next time, I will see you in the next video.